Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Special. So, what better place to be than here with me? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're ready to get this day started. It is a lovely Tuesday. I missed you guys on yesterday, um, but we are here now and we are ready to go. So, I hope you're ready to get this day started. So, let's do the introduction and we're going to get right into it. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to that YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there, as well as subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Good morning, Marvette. It costs you nothing to subscribe, so make sure you do that. Don't forget, we have the podcast, we have the books, we have the movies. And yeah, I have workbooks that go with my book. So if you want workbooks to go with my book, you can check them out here. I think I have them for $5.99, $3.99. But you can find the workbooks that go with my book there. Um, Sister Rise is coming up. So if you can't come to the retreat, and I really wish you could come to the retreat, there are payment plans available, bit.ly/Sister Rise. If you can't come to that, I am having a 1 day, which will be in Charlotte. It's bit.ly/SRR 1 day. It's a 1 day Sister Rise intensive. So if you can't come to retreat, which is four nights and 5 days, I really wish you would. Then you can come to Charlotte. It will be in July, so you can come there. Okay. I will be in Tampa in August for the Empowerment Summit. And I'm excited about it. So let's talk about separation anxiety. So if you've been with me, we've been talking about this for months now, your I am statement, right? And what that is and what it looks like. So I want to talk about separation anxiety. And this is something that I was listening to something else, but then my inner knower hit me, was like, JoJo, it's called separation anxiety. I was like, what? And I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but then I started doing something early in the morning and that I wasn't expecting. So it got away from me. And I was going to do it last night, but then y'all know how it goes. So I want to talk about that separation anxiety. When we begin to understand our I am statement, when we begin to sit in that, when we begin to, I feel like I'm really short. When we begin to sit in that and understand what it is and understand that I am, and there's no separation between you and I am, you and God, there is no separation, right? You are one. And when you begin to truly understand that and start living that statement, life begins to get a little easier. The difficulty lies in when difficulty starts to arise or chaos is crazy, is when we are separate or we have separated ourselves from our I am. When we've separated ourselves from God, the creator, and when we start to live differently than our truest version of ourselves, then we start to have separation anxiety. And that separation anxiety means that because I have yet to understand my I am statement, because I've yet to write it down and understand it and know what it is that I need to do, and your only purpose in life is to live to the truest, most authentic version of yourself. That's our only purpose in life. Everything else is an extension of that. So if you live to your fullest purpose of JoJo, everything is an extension of that. My children, my business, my career, my relationships, everything is an extension of that when I understand that part, okay? So the separation anxiety comes in when I stop understanding my I am statement, when that no longer makes sense to me. When it no longer makes sense to me, then I begin to struggle against the things that I was not supposed to do. And then the anxiety sets in. Well, because I have separated myself from my I am. So if I am healthy, wealthy, wise, if I am this, and then something happens and I say, I am broke, I am poor, I ain't ever going to have, and I stay in the negative, then I have separated myself from my true I am statement. And eventually I begin to rewrite a new I am statement. And that new I am statement is now housed in the negative part of what I just created. Because we know I am comes to create, never to destroy. So as I am creating this thing, the more separation I am creating, the more anxiety I'm going to have, the more stress I'm going to experience, because I have now separated myself from my true I am statement. Yeah, remember the quote, life doesn't care whether you say you are rich or poor, weak or strong. It will eternally reward you for that which you think you are. So if I eternally, or if I'm always saying I am poor, I am without, I am this in the negative, it's going to always eternally reward me for that. That becomes my I am statement. I now begin to struggle and strive because I have separate. I have separation anxiety from what my true I am statement is. And my true I am statement is I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am abundance, I am this. The more I stay over here in the, and I don't think I shared this on Facebook. I saw an article it was like a 20-second video, and I had to go Google it just to make sure. It says if you complain for more than 30 minutes, or if you're around someone who complains for more than 30 minutes, your brain cells actually die. Like, that's a scientific study. You actually lose brain cells the more you complain. Imagine people who have been complaining their whole lives. Imagine people who cannot, for the life of them, find a way to see anything good in life. Imagine that. Imagine the separation from their true I am to where they are right now. Now, if you are here and this is your true I am statement over here, and you say, well, JoJo, I want to say the I ams, and I want to understand and then live this way. You coming back to this is the process, right? This is where your faith is elastic. This is where you're stretching yourself. And you may have to start from where you are with your new I am statement. Y'all remember I used to love this quote. From this point, I cannot go and you cannot come. And so you need to tell yourself, okay, this is my new I am statement. I'm no longer have I don't want to say that word, separation anxiety. So from this point, you can't go, I can't come, and you begin your I am statement here. When we talked about healing, the healing markers in your body, that healing leaves a marker in your body. Once you decide a thing, once you decide that this is what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be. We make decisions all day, every day, whether we made one or not. You acted or you didn't. You thought about it and you acted on it. You make decisions all day long, all day. Now that decision, whichever one you make about everything, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, is either going to put you more in your I am statement, or it's going to put you more over here in your separation from your I am statement. So now you have separation anxiety. Okay. The more you have that. And you can say, JoJo, you make it sound like, because I have these conversations that I wanted my life to be crazy. Listen, I'm not saying you wanted your life to be crazy. I'm the only live past crazy specialist. I'm saying when the opportunity arose for you to decide whether crazy continued. You did not make a decision to stop it. You didn't make a decision to stop it, so it continued. So now you really have separation anxiety from your true I am statement. So if I am here and I'm tired of saying I am broke, I am this, and I'm tired of saying ain't no good men, ain't no good this, ain't no good job. If I'm tired of saying that, today is your healing marker. Today is your new I am statement. Today we stop the separation anxiety, because what's happening and with the separation anxiety is that we're living apart from our truest version of ourselves. We're living separate from what we were put here to do. We're living differently than what our creator said our purpose was. And so we have to think about it real simply, that if the world doesn't care whether we say we're rich or poor, strong or weak, right? If it doesn't care, it's going to eternally reward me for that which I think I am or I think I want. And if I feel my words coming to life, remember we've done this exercise a couple of times. Feel the words coming to life right now. I am abundance. I am life. In the beginning was the word. Remember we talked about your thoughts are formless, but the more you speak them, the more you think them, the more they take shape and form in front of you. I am hungry. The more I say it, the more I think it, the more I put into action that which I want to see. So every day, your words come to life. Every moment you open up your mouth, whether it's gossip, guilty, whether it is affirmations, whether it's declinations, whatever it is coming to life. This is creating my separation anxiety. If I say I am none of these things, then I'm living over here away from my truest version of myself. And you can say, but JoJo, it's going to be so hard. I don't even know where to begin to say that I want something different, and or I know I want different, but I don't know where to start. Well, first, friend, you got to make that decision. First, you got to make that decision. You know what? You know what? I ain't got to be right. You ain't got to listen to me. You just got to make that decision. Today, I am this. I am healthy today. If that is your decision and you say it with the clarity and understanding that that is true for you in that moment, you keep that true moment going. Meaning you never doubt that thing. Okay? You never doubt it. And the more you never doubt that thing, the more it becomes true for you. The more you start living fully in your I am statement. Because remember, you're creating every day. I am never comes to destroy. It only comes to create. So whatever I say, I create a mold. I feel it. And that is what I said I wanted. I get what I said I wanted. My separation anxiety comes in when I'm so far removed from my original intent of what I'm supposed to be doing. If you're in a job you hate because you took the job just because you needed a job, been there and done that. So if I take a job that I hate and I find myself there 15 and 20 years, I have separation anxiety. I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm frustrated, I wake up, I don't want to go to the job, I don't want to do this. But what was my truest version of myself in that moment? So even if you, and I want to understand, even if we have been doing this for years, the starting point to have something different is to decide. And once you make that decision, once you stick with that I am statement, once you begin to understand that, right, then life becomes a little bit easier. Now my focus is on the affirmative and not the negative. But I've got to believe in that affirmative. Now, I'm not saying that when you say I am this and you start to really stand in that there won't be days where you're like, I don't know, JoJo, this ain't working. You're allowed to have those days. You're allowed to feel, You're allowed to feel angry, mad, sad, upset, cry. You're allowed to do all those things. We just don't stay there. I feel all of those feelings. I feel frustrated. I feel angry. I feel upset, mad, sad, hurt, love, happy. I feel all of those feelings and I allow them their space. I know I don't stay there. I don't live there. Period. I do not allow. And there's I'm trying to think how I want to tell y'all this concept, but I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow. So make sure you join tomorrow because we're going to talk about the concept of your words and you saying my greatest fear is, and then that leaving room for your greatest fear to become true. We'll talk about that tomorrow because I really want to go deeper into that. Let me write that down so I don't forget the greatest fear. So on this lovely day, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be the most amazing day ever. I want you to think about that separation anxiety, what it looks like, why is it there, what are we fixing to do about it, is it even important, and what it looks like for us in this moment. So if I feel the anxiety and the stress and all of this, am I living in my truest version of myself, of my life in this moment? Or is what I'm experiencing separation anxiety from what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I experiencing the same thing over and over true because there's some work on me I need to do? And am I supposed to be doing something else? Because all of that is important for us to know and understand. So as we begin to say our I am statements and you really sit in those, you really begin to understand what they are and what it means for you and how you feel it and how you move in it, how you allow it space inside of you. I want you to be peaceful, period, with that. But if we are experiencing separation anxiety, stress, frustration, all the things, are we experiencing the anxiety of life? And life does happen. Like sometimes it doesn't matter how hard or if everything's going great and then something bad happens. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm not living to my truest version of myself. Things happen, friend. But if I'm so drastically off from what I'm supposed to be doing, then my separation anxiety is a lot stronger than what it's supposed to be. So on this great, most amazing day, it's going to be a good day. I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. But I want you to think about your I am statement today. If I am comes only to create and never to destroy, what are you creating? With your words. As you feel your words come to life today, what are you creating today? What are you creating in this moment? I am getting ready to go fix me a cup of tea. I'm creating that moment. I am going to this grocery store today. I am creating that moment. I'm going to go cuss this person out. You're creating that moment. I am going to be broke after I pay this bill. I cancel that out. You're creating that moment. I'm going to be aggravated with these children. You created that moment. I'm going to go be mad at this man. You created that moment. I'm going to be sick on the stomach after I eat this. You created that moment. I'm going to be hurting after I do this. You created that moment. Whatever you say, you create instantaneously. I'm going, if you're from Union Mills, if you're from North Carolina, I'm going into town. I create that moment. I'm going to Food Line. You create that moment. I'm going to Yokefeller. You created that moment. I don't know why Yokefeller came in my mind. Whatever you say, you create. It is that simple. Pay attention to what you're saying to yourself this morning. as you set out about your days, you set out to say what you're going to do. Look at what you're going to do. So on this great day, please be peaceful. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Woman shows over there. Don't forget, you can grab your ticket to Sister Rise right there. If you have any questions about Sister Rise, please let me know. I did record a video, and I'll be more than happy to send it to you. If you cannot come to that one, I invite you to join me in Charlotte at the one-day intensive. You're more than welcome to join me there. But I want you to have the most amazing day. I hope this has helped somebody. I hope this is what you needed today. Even if it's not, honey, leave it for somebody else, okay? Hopefully they can use it for this day. That separation anxiety is real. We feel it because we are separate, and we're not doing what we were authentically put here to do. And our authentic purpose is to be our most authentic, truest version of ourselves. That is our purpose in this life. Once JoJo begins to live true to her purpose, the more I can service everybody else. If I don't understand my purpose, the less I can serve everybody else. I may be a good mother, but I won't be a great one. I may be a good friend, but I won't be a great one. So on this great, most amazing day, please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to that YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Woman shows over there. That separation anxiety. And tomorrow we're going to talk about our greatest fear. And I really want to go bring some paper and pencil for that tomorrow, because I really want to break that down, and because I found a good example of it and how it works. So please share the show, and I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.